Greetings, humans. Welcome all. Oh, don't mind me, human. We really should sort this all out before we go live, you know. Welcome all. It is a Sunday. How are we? Are we ready for a doom room? Are we ready to die, basically? Are we ready to slowly succumb, in hopefully a quite imaginative, unforeseen way, to the clutches of doom? Greetings, Ruth. Greetings, Chloe. Hot off the presses, aren't we? Hello, Angel Orange. You are back again. I believe you joined Zula and Dead Carl yesterday. Not me, obviously. Ahaha. Hey, Skip. Skip. You see, I had to remove your sticker, Skip, so that we had space for the escape room ones. I'm sorry. Transporter Grandad, welcome back. You are indeed back. OMG, indeed. Hello, Nikki Blue Thing, really. Hello, Sock Monkey. Salutations to you, Ace. And hello, Apple User. Do I remember you, Nikki? Yes, I remember you. My goodness. Skip, who knows, it may come back. But yes, we have our special Halloween stickers. And we also have a few ready for the escape room. So we have bear and stuff as well. Chloe, you set an alarm. Very wise, because TikTok notifications are appalling. Hello, Frogis. I hope everybody likes the Finger of Doom. The human was quite pleased with that sticker. Yes. Hola, Emma. Is the escape room 100% done? Well, we never know, really, do we, Apple User? That's part of the fun. They're always supposed to be 100% done, but you just never know. You just never know. That keeps us on our toes, right? Right. Sock Monkey, you found the Finger of Doom. Well done. Ruth, you like the new SIP music? Everything's got a nice spooky month twist. I thought you would enjoy that. So they'll last for, well, you know, all of spooky month. Because there's quite a few lives this month. Hello, Zara, you are indeed mother trucking early. I mean, you're almost earlier than the human, really. Almost. Human hasn't really checked in yet. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right. I hope that you all enjoy the new little Halloween stickers. And if you don't know what I'm on about and you want this to use the stickers but you don't know how, you have to be a sub. So somewhere on the screen there'll be a yellow star. Hit that and you can subscribe and then you'll be able to use them. And I know not everybody can afford this. I know it. I know. So, but that's how you get to use them. You see, I'm just explaining. Chloe, why is the chicken a reindeer? Well, that's Blettin, isn't it? Everyone else got their Halloween outfit on. Blettin did their best. That really is the best for Blettin. Nikki, you're a sub in my heart. Does that count? Oh, thank you, Ruth. Hello, Kaluna. Good morning, afternoon. Welcome. Greetings. How about that? Hello, Laura. You like the Bosch sticker, do you? Yes. Transmitting Grand down the hole. You're unavailable for the next hour. I'd hate to break it to you, but it might need to be a bit longer. Froggies, that's the real question. Why isn't every chicken a reindeer? Nikki, we don't need to see your pumpkins. Thank you. Thank you. Too bad you can't gift subs. Well, that's the funny thing, Chloe. I thought TikTok has made a few changes. I thought they'd announced it so that you could gift subs. But I don't seem to be able to. I don't know why. So I don't know what that is. Greetings, Rob. How am I? I'm very well, thank you. Nikki, where's your t-shirt? What? Greetings, Denise. Welcome, and hello, Daniel. Hello. Oh, we have some new people. Welcome. Maybe you're not new. Maybe you just haven't dared to speak up before amongst the chaos. But welcome all the same. I was going to do videos so that people could show their pumpkins. Nikki, I'm not that kind of alien, thank you. Oh, Zara has to give Marcus some attention. Oh, Mr. Werewolf Dude, welcome. If you hit 50 subs, you can gift them. I see. I am some way off this. Right, that makes sense, Mr. Werewolf Dude. I'll have to speak to the human about only reading half the information. So, right, so I need more subs if I want to be able to gift them. Thank you. I presume that's Chloe has set up the vote for who they want to host tomorrow's Sub Only Live. Thank you. That is one thing that we do have to do. So also, if you become a sub, tomorrow, this exact time tomorrow, there'll be a Sub Only Live featuring a host of your choice. So if you vote in the poll, we did a preliminary vote. We narrowed it down. But now if we could just get it to 1, that would be great. So I'll let that tick away in the background. Hello, Vexstar. You're going to give me a lot of likes. Thank you. Kaluna, you need to see them bigger. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that. Some of them, if you signed up to my newsletter, you will have got a newsletter today. You'll see some of them in the new banner. And also announcing the newsletter today, right, 2 important things. 1, the T-shirts are up and running. They're live. That's the important thing. 2, if you're in the UK, you still have free postage until midnight. 3, listen very carefully because this is complicated, okay? If you purchase merch from the website, so it has to be from the website, not T-shirts and stuff, okay? It has to be from my website. And you spend over £15, you get a free gift for Spooky Month. Human's quite excited about it. I'm not going to give any more away. But that's also made clear in the newsletter. You won't find out about it anywhere else, literally from me or the newsletter. Yeah? Yeah? So if you want your free gift, you'll have to buy some merch. Yeah. I'm really behind with the messages. I mean, Jesus, I've only been going 8 minutes. Not even that. Anyway. Laurie, you will be played by Idris Elba today. I will indeed be played by Maggie Smith. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm going to try and get up to date. Hello, Rich. Hello. Can I say hello to Ava? Hello, Ava. By the way, warnings to anybody who is new, there will be swearing. Yeah, just so you know. Yeah. Living T-shirts. Yes, Froggies, that's exactly what I said. Yes. The human actually remembered. Apple user, I am really, really terrified because the human did that. And she got all the designs done. And we've got an escape room. I can only imagine what chaos will be unleashed next week when we discover that she hasn't done something really important. Like human, have you paid all the bills? It's that sort of thing. So, Froggus, I know you want a Zelo. I know you want a Zelo. I know you do. Laura, you already have a million scrunchies. I know. We'll get £15 worth more, and then you get a free gift. It is. I'll give you one clue. I'll give you one clue to the free gift. I'll give you one clue. It is something that is me themed. Okay? That's it. Anyway, so while you all figure out who is playing who, Nikki, don't start on the dead redhead actress again. Do you know what's worse, Nikki? On Monday, so right after the day after the live, when we talked about Glenda Jackson, where you'd made me shout Glenda Jackson as if I'd climaxed, when we finally remembered the name, right, there was an ad for the latest film starring Glenda Jackson. And the human honestly thought, oh, fuck me, don't tell me if that's the final twist, is that she wasn't even dead. But it turns out she is. She is dead. Everyone, Glenda Jackson was dead, is dead. She is still dead. Laura, you joke about the human forgetting to eat, but but she did forget both yesterday and today. She was like, oh yeah, I'm getting hungry, I'll have some breakfast. And then it was like, oh shit, I never had that breakfast today. So yes, right. The poll is over, everybody. That means tomorrow Kure will be hosting with Zelo. So there we go. Same time tomorrow. If you're a sub, because it's a sub only live, expect Kure. Yeah. Thank you, Chloe, for the announcements. Yes. So I'm going to try and get up to date, and then we might actually be able to start this escape room. Laura, you only have so much hair. It begs a response that implies it doesn't need to be on your head. I'm being enterprising. Yeah. Kaluna, how did the Name the Tune go? I know. It must be very difficult for you to get up. It went appallingly. Dead Carl struggled. People were a little critical, but you know what? Every tune was guessed. It seemed to be that, Kaluna, the magic that you usually have rubbed off on Miss Susie yesterday. So if you want to catch up on it, you will be able to tomorrow, either via YouTube or via my website on the Catch Me Here page. So you can catch up with it tomorrow. And it's great because you... Ah, yeehaw! Oh yes, Frogis did attempt to derail the entire live. I don't want to spoil it. But we've not watched it back yet either. So anyway, I'm really behind with the messages, everybody. I'm going to try and get up to date. Laura, it'll actually be Kure. Not you as Kure. It's okay. It's fine. It'll be Kure. Okay. Nikki, can you sub with TikTok money? Nikki, you're talking in riddles. I don't know what that means. Apple user, you did indeed say the Irish national anthem every time. Nikki, if you mean some coins, I don't think so. I think it has to be real money. I think it might even have to be PayPal. I'm not sure. Oh, Ruth, you are indeed being very brutal. Yes, we need more. Wow, actually, to be fair, we're up to 5.9. My goodness. Well done. Laura, that's your shocked face, I know, right. So anyway, if you do want to replay Dead Carl Sing Along, you can actually play it. You can play Guess the Tune as well. You can, pause it and give yourself time to think. But I have to say, we did encounter one small issue. Well, I say one small issue. We encountered a fuck ton of issues. But it did turn out that they did all sound slightly funereal. I think Dead Carl needs to work on his timing. Needs to add a bit of zimp and pizzazz. Kind of like my rapping. Yeah. So. Oh, hello, Beth. Hello, Beth. Oh, Beth, is that you? Is that you doing that constant stream of hearts? Strong fingers. Apple user, that's a bit harsh. Why would you want to watch that shit show? Same reason you want to watch this shit show. Mr. Werewolf Dude, when is Carl's album coming out? I don't know, but it is on the whiteboard. Some time ago, The Human did actually look into it, and it's actually quite difficult to sort of do Spotify. I think you have to outlay a certain amount of money first. And, it's not that I doubt Dead Carl's talent, but we're never going to recoup that much, So I'm going to look for a way where you can sort of purchase... Oh! Bo Babe's mooning at me. Ruth is mooning at me. Sorry, Ruth. I'm going to look for a way that maybe Dead Carl can do that, a sort of lower cost thing where maybe you can, have fun for all the family. So that maybe you could play it home. Maybe in time for Christmas. You know, on Christmas Day or whatever it is that you may celebrate, a moment where you've all eaten too much, you've had your arguments, maybe a few people have drunk a little bit too much as well. The grumpy people who have to do the work are out in the kitchen, clearing it all up. And maybe you just want a little bit of amusement. Well, that's just begging for a little bit of Dead Carl. Name that tune, isn't it? I think this could really be a thing. Oh, Transmanic Grandam, do we all need more zip and zazz? Indeed, indeed, indeed. Chloe, we do indeed have a special live every week. Rich Samos Roast in Peace. I know. I can only think that the human's been so productive the last couple of days that I mean, that's it for the rest of the month, really. But yes, Chloe, we do have a very busy month for lives. We have, obviously, we have Doom Rooms every Sunday, but we have tarot, special Halloween tarot on the 14th. We have the Dead Carl Seance on the 21st. And then by the end of the month, it'll be Dead Carl Sings again. Although I know we wanted a Halloween special for Name the Tune with Dead Carl. But the human is finding it hard to find Halloween songs. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's not hard to find Halloween songs. Just Google it. The problem is that she either doesn't know them, or they don't have lyrics, or it's just sort of quite dirgy. So we're not sure what we're going to do about that. Might have to be a bit obscure. We'll see. I'm behind with the messages again, so I'm going to say happy October the 1st to you too, Leper/Eli. Welcome. Bandcamp skip. We'll have to Google that. We'll probably forget that. Don't start with ABBA again, Apple user, please. I mean, I can see why Zula got very annoyed at you. I feel like the human should have put this on a t-shirt. We try so hard, and still you want more. It's never enough. So, oh Laura, that just sounds like a Tuesday. Smothered in guacamole, surrounded by iguanas. Am I almost up to date? Hello, Mutu. Did the human get the t-shirts done? Yes. Do we think that means she's neglected something else? Yes. Are we going to be very nervous next week as we try and figure out what it is that she's forgotten? Yes. Oh, Denise, thank you for mooning at me again. So, where are we? Nikki, you thought we were doing videos. Oh, Nikki, I see. Right. What we're also hoping to do next Saturday is a scavenger hunt. Oh, yeehaw! Thank you, Froggies. Oh, Rich, that was the... Yes. An album party. I don't know what an album party. Dead Carl, an album party. Anyway, let's move on. It's not an anal bump, although I'm sure that's wonderful. Anyway, Aqua did a song called Halloween. The problem is, Muto, it means that we've got to learn it, and then it means we have to be able to do a faithful reconstruction of it, which, I mean, even songs that we know very well aren't terribly faithfully reconstructed, are they? Kaluna, I saw that. Everyone post stickers until I catch up. I'll never catch up. I'll never catch up. Why do I think... Oh, Chloe, you're mentioning your birthday again. Oh, Chloe, that's only twice in 20 minutes that you've mentioned your birthday. In case anybody didn't realise, it's Chloe's birthday next week. Mutu, there aren't any stick figures, but whether that's anything better than a child's scribble, I leave up to you to decide. There's links in my profile if you want to be nosy. I'm sure you all know that. Yes. So let's see if we can catch up. Catch up. Nikki, if I had £1 for every week that you said it's your fucking birthday, I wouldn't need to do this stuff. I'd retire from everything. I'd become a hermit. Nikki, that's a not so polite way of saying I don't fucking believe you. Rich, yours is on the 14th. 45. Oh, that's old. That's old. Poor thing. I'm surprised you can remember. No, that wasn't at all harsh, human. Don't worry about it. Human. Did you just snort like a pig because you were laughing? That's disgusting. Right, Rich will have to remember that for the following. So stop saying catch up. Hello, Briar Rose. Hello. Remember what, Rich? I know. But look, Laura. Age. It's just a number. Briar Rose, are we drunk yet? We're giving it our best. In fact, let's have some sip music. Sip music for the human. Oh, God, she's got a human that's so precarious. We need to arrange something better, don't we? Sip. Right, someone must have very sore fingers. I've hit 10,000 likes already. So... So, everybody, age is but a number. Nikki, pack it in. Catch up. I'm almost there. Sip music. Thank you. Is Paula here? What? Did you just say Paula's here? Froggies? Or is that because I snorted? Human snorted. Someone snorted. Anyway, I'm confused. Thank you, everyone, for my sip music. Mr. Well, did you want to know where we wake up today? I know. Oh, Laura, covered in glitter and pistachios? That sounds way too nice. So, yes, the human is indeed broken. Yes, we even have a new I Broke the Human sticker. So, right, oh. Human, thank you so much for protecting my modesty. Could you tell that both the human and I panicked by the fact that we just went completely silent? And then I levitated. Oh dear, thank you, Chloe. This is human, this is one hell of a test for your coordination, isn't it? Isn't it? My word. Okay. I know, Chloe, me either. Right. So, right, everyone. Nikki, pack it in. Right, human, human, you haven't even found the file. And then we'll begin. Good morning, Miss Susie. Happy using. Have we started? No, we haven't. But we are about to. Maybe. Hopefully. Who would win in a fight, me or a Dalek? Me, obviously. Apple users. A stupid fucking question. There is no one that you can say, who would you win in a fight against? Me! Every time. Every time. I never lose. Ever. So, I guess we can make a start on the escape room. Ace, I'm very sure. Briar Rose, you have to be drunk for Sundays to make sense. Same. I just don't fight it. Don't fight it. My only fight mode is fluff. I'll have you know my fluff is potent. Potent. Yeah. Shall we start? Shall we? Yeah, let's start the escape room. Is everyone sitting comfortably? Oh, hello, Spider. I remembered it was you this time. We're just about to start our escape room, so if everyone's sitting comfortably, let's see where we wake up. What about the dust bunnies? What? You mean like from my fur? Poison. Yeah, humans nearly died several times. We're working on it. Yeehaw! I almost forgot the words, okay? It's really hard. Is there a dog in the room, Nikki? Well, not in mine, no. Not. Is there a dog in your room? What? Right. Let us begin. You wake up to find sand in your arse crack and think that this is either going to be the best start to an escape room or the very worst that you've ever witnessed. You scramble to your feet to find yourself unsurprisingly stood in sand. There is one surprising thing, however, as you appear to have found yourself entombed. The first thing you notice is a very large door out, but it's sealed. Next to the door is a system of small wheels, just like you'd find on a combination padlock. Each of the 4 wheels is engraved with different hieroglyphs: the Eye of Horus, a horned viper, 2 reeds. There are some pictures that you can't make out, but it looks like you'll need to find the correct combination if you want to open the door. You turn your attention away from the door to investigate what else is in the room. A small archway leads to a second part of the room, but it's dark. You'll need to find a way to get some light in there if you want to explore that area. The rest of the room is dressed as if you're in a Hollywood movie about a cursed mummy. There are some canopic jars on the floor, and dominating the room is what appears to be a very primitive space desk, but what you presume is actually an altar. In the corner of the room is a large, mummified bear. Time to begin. Bear, altar, or jars? This is your first choice. Do we investigate the bear, the altar, or the canopic jars? Oh, Sock Monkey, you've got sandy peaches. Yes, desert. We are amidst sand. Transmitted Grandam, we're never getting out of here. Quite possibly. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Some what jars? Canopic jars, Miss Susie. You know, the ones that have the bits in. You know, canopic jars. It's a thing. Canopic jars? Canopic jars. And they have like God's heads, and they have like the internal organs of the mummy in them. Canopic jars. Entertainment and education. Right? So, right, but it looks like Bear has indeed won. There's a surprise. We're gonna go with Bear. Nikki, there isn't a Book of the Dead. I haven't done that. We haven't done that. Kibbles. Yum yum. See, Kaluna knows. And Laura knows. Yes. Nikki, you've never heard of him. I know, Nikki. It's okay. Yes, Chloe, those ones. See, everybody. Canopic jars. Froggies, jars. I am indeed better than school. Book? No, there isn't a fucking book. I should have a PhD. TikTok wants you to swipe away, Spider. How dare you? Angel Orange, do you want to look at Bear's behind? My goodness. Set the tone. Apple user, button it. Yeah. And no one said paperclip, Laura, but I do appreciate that you might have felt like we were really missing it. So you decide to investigate the large mummified bear. It stands tall and proud, but it is very well preserved. You're going to need something sharp if you want to find out if there's anything useful in Mummy Bear. So that leaves the altar and the canopic jars. That's your choice. Tasty Bear, maybe we'll be able to number. I mean, everything is quite preserved. So it's pretty much jerky week, I think. Apple user, I know last time this didn't go well. The human completely forgot. Completely forgot the knife. We'll just have to hope that she hasn't fucked this week up as well, won't we? That's what we do every week, isn't it? And we are expecting something to go awry. Angel Orange smashed the jar. Oh, Angel Orange, you have fitted in perfectly, haven't you? Perfectly. Human, what are you doing? Can you not scratch me down there? I don't like it. Foul. Right, you know what? I'm going to let the human have a sip. I think it's... Human, you need to move your drink nearer. Let the human take a sip. Right, oh, people have voted for the altar. Thank you for the sip music. The vote says altar. Alternate. Yeehaw! It's turning into quite a Pavlovian response, isn't it? I'm a little bit disturbed at the programming going on here. Which of us is really the boss? Yes, Apple user, I remembered this time. What did I say? Did I say? Oh, Pavlova. Right. Anyway, no, stop. What? Mutu, why not just get settled? Where's the fun in that? I mean, it's almost like you know we're going to die at the end. So, right, everyone voted for the altar. We'll have to look at the altar then. I don't make the rules. Actually, do I make the rules? I don't know. I'm a puppet for your whims. Ruth, thank you. Wolf? Or Pop? I mean, if it's a balloon dog, I presume it squeaks. You know that sort of the balloons. Anyway, no, come on. This is how we get waylaid. Look at the altar, for fuck's sake. There's not a Book of the Dead, Nikki. There's not. You decide to take a closer look at the altar. There's a few dusty trinkets, but they don't interest you. There is, however, quite curiously and very unexpectedly, a very old copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. So old it's hand-inked on papyrus. And next to your favourite publication is a large and beautiful giblet goblet. So, Luxury Shed Weekly or Giblet Goblet? It's a really classic choice. Luxury Shed Weekly or Giblet Goblet. Excuse the human. Oh, I mean, isn't that a contrast? Spider wants the bad ending. Nikki wants a balloon dog. I mean, you don't always get what you want, do you? Oh, yeehaw! Yeehaw. Thank you, Denise. I feel like I'm under attack properly now. You can't eat the Book of the Dead, Spider, because there fucking isn't one. So, Giblet Goblet. Yes. Nikki, now you're just saying giblets. Miss Susie, giblet goblet is fun to say. What happened a very long time ago is that the phrase giblet goblet was invented by Laura, and it was indeed such fun to say that the human laughed for, I don't know, a few minutes, and then for the rest of the live, because it is indeed fun to say, and we just kept saying giblet goblet, giblet goblet, giblet goblet, giblet goblet. It sounds very much like the noise Bletton makes while he's sleeping, actually. Giblet goblet. It's a little behind the scenes for you. So it looks like Luxury Shed Weekly has actually won. I know, Cluna, they were very devoted. They liked their luxury sheds as well. Laura, sometimes you don't even get what you need either, do you? You just take what you're given and fucking like it. Rich, who eats giblets? Well, we might if we do this giblet goblet. Hello, Ghost Galaxy. You don't want to go back to work in 25 minutes. Fake illness or death. So this is a more permanent solution. Illness is probably the way to go. Anyway, Nikki, stop keep saying the shed. Now we know where we keep their daddies. Angel Orange, I like it. Daddies, like mummies, you see. I like it. So we're going to have a look at the copy, the very old copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. You decide to take a closer look at at the ancient copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. You can't read the hieroglyphs, but the pictures seem to tell a good enough story on their own. You're pretty sure the main story is about the pharaoh ordering a pyramid-shaped luxury shed with space for his gardening tools at the top and a tomb in the basement. The ancient Egyptians really did things on a grand scale, even sheds. When you get to the last page, however, you notice that someone has painted a large red ring around one of the hieroglyphs. You recognise it as twisted flax. You're sure that must be one of the hieroglyphs to unlock the door. You leave the magazine where it is. You don't think it'll survive very long in your pocket. And you continue your search. Now, I hope everyone's got it out of their systems, that they have some reading material. Okay? Okay. Moms. Hello, Moms. Hello, thank you for my rose. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for my gifts as well. Yes. Ghost Galaxy is a bit too late. I'm sorry, I can't think of a better one, I'm afraid. Nikki, were you told off? Are you in trouble? Probably, Nikki. You usually are. Nikki, have you upset? No, Nikki, you haven't. Don't worry. Everything's fine. You're still here? The human actually forgot to mention to her mother. She didn't think her mother was quite in the mood to be told that Harrison Ford would be playing her. And not even a young Harrison Ford. So the human has yet to have that conversation, but she will. She will. Laura, you feel like that was directed at you? Oh my gosh, why would you think that? Honestly. So, Nikki, you think you're going to cry? Nikki, everything's fine. Nikki, don't cry. Don't cry. Nikki, everything's right. Nikki. Oh, yeehaw! That's not what I was going to say. I wasn't drawing you in just to shout yeehaw at you. Nikki, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Chloe's decided that we're going to look at the giblet goblet now. Chloe has decided we don't live in a democracy. Chloe's decided that that's what we want, so that's what we're doing. Oh, Miss Susie says Nikki might need a hug. Do you think? Do we think we need to give... Do we think... Apple user, that is a perfectly... There's a perfectly accurate quote. Let's give Nikki a hug, and then we'll look in the giblet goblet. Come on, Nikki, come on now, come on. There we go. There we are. See? I can be nice. Everything's fine. Now, let's look in the giblet goblet. As one must always do after one hugs. You investigate the giblet goblet. You do what? Ruth, you think Nikki needs to cool down in the naughty corner? To be fair, Ruth, I don't think Nikki is ever out of the naughty corner, not really. I think it's become known as the Nikki corner, and she sort of made it her home. And we like it that way. It was very tempting to move in for a hug and then scream yee-haw as well, Froggis. I must admit. Yeah, Miss Susie, a hug can mean death from me. But as it was only through the screen, I'm sure we'll all survive perfectly well. So, Nikki, you've got baby hamsters in the... What? And everyone, I think Nikki's fine again now. She's back to the usual. Let's look at the giblet goblet. You investigate the giblet goblet. It's an exquisite example of ancient craftsmanship. Plus, it looks like it's worth a bob or two. Perhaps most curiously of all, it's full to the brim with some delicious human soup. You take a test sip. It has a texture you're not entirely sure about. You think there's quite a lot of sand in it, but not enough to dissuade you from gulping down the whole cupful. As you take the last mouthful, however, something seems to stick in your throat. You bend over, coughing to try and dislodge it. Something falls from your mouth to the floor. You pick up the small gold trinket. It looks like a cross, but with a loop at the top. Again, it looks very expensive, but you know an fuck it! I knew I was going to fuck that up! I've been practicing so nicely how you call it an ankh, without trying to sound like I've just made up the fucking word, and now I've just ruined it. It's a yeehaw! It's an ankh. Let me try that again. You know an ankh amulet when you see one. We could have found anything human. We wrote it. We could have literally found fucking anything, couldn't we? Can we have a quick briefing for Margot? Well, basically, Margot, I would say welcome, and I would also say give up hope, all ye who enter here. Is that appropriate, Ruth? Anyway, you take your ankh. You wonder if it's a clue, but then you realise you didn't see that shape on any of the combination wheels. Nonetheless, you put it in your pocket just in case. So, Nikki's missing a baby hamster. Have you eaten it? Have you? I'm glad we all admire the ankh. Is the human broken? Well and truly, Mr. Werewolf Dude. We wouldn't want it any other way, would we? We wouldn't. Exactly, Laura. It could have been a fucking scarab, couldn't it? It could have been a scarab human. Why wasn't it a scarab? I think the human does this to test me, you know. I think she did it to embarrass me. Don't you? Don't use hamsters as a lodging. Oh shit! I think I'm having problems with my worms again. Don't use hamsters as a lozenge. That's advice we can live by, Miss Susie. Oh no, yeehaw! Thank you, Froggies. So, Nikki, I hope you find your missing hamster. Margot, I hope you enjoy this. Kaluna, you think it's as fun as Giblet Goblet to say? I fucking don't. I'm going to call it a scarab now. Mr. Werewolf, would you like to check out the canopic jars? Okay. Nikki, you don't know what you're holding. Oh dear, I fear for the hamsters. Right, only option left is jars, Chloe. Right, let's look at the jars then. We'll look at the jars. Let's look at the jars. Margot, you enjoying it? Excellent. Hello, Josh, and hello, Basildon, both joining at the same time. My goodness. Roaming Robins, can I say that? Probably not, no. So... Miss Susie, things you've had to say in your primary... There's a significant crossover, isn't there? Hello, nosy neighbour. Hello. Hello, everybody who's just joined. Welcome. Basildon, you found our Halloween stickers. Subs, you have access to all of these stickers. They've had a nice Halloween makeover. I think you'll like the Finger of Doom. Yes. Nikki, you thought, oh my God, even Nikki's giving me the hurry up now. It's one thing for Chloe and Mr. Werewolf to give me the hurry up, but for Nikki to be going, oh God, I thought we were looking at the jars now. That's really something. Really something. Oh, and Chloe's mentioned her birthday again. There's a surprise. Hello, oh, for a minute I only read half of that. Tokyo Ho. Tell. Welcome. Right. Basildon, you didn't need to ask how to find them this time. I know, you're getting better. You're getting better. Well done. So, I like the way that Laura and Froggies are making up for the fact that Paula is not here. And indeed, anyways, I tell you what, before we look at the canopic jars, I'm going to let the human take a sip. I think it's better for everyone. Oh, Ruth, thank you. Right. So we're going to look at the canopic jars. After the human's had a sip, let the human have a sip. Thank you for the sip music, everyone. Thank you. Tokyo, what am I? Exhausted. That's what I am. I'm a very fluffy alien with a penchant for murder and skullduggery. But I am adorable too. It's the key to my success. It was quite a gulp, wasn't it, Basildon? I'm so sorry that you all heard that. Human, that's the second time you've been a little piggy this live, isn't it? Oh my goodness, yeehaw! Human, thank you for protecting my modesty again. And the human does indeed need to stay hydrated. Yes, thank you. So, our definitions of sip are very different, I know, right? So welcome everybody. If you're new, wonderful. I know, Froggies, why am I having such trouble remembering Yeehaw today? Why is that? Even Dead Car remembered Yeehaw. So, don't blame the human. Apple user, you think I need a refund on the human? I think I do too. I think I do. Likes are at 20k. Oh my goodness. Stops your fingers from doing other things, I suppose. Oh, Mr. Welsh, do you think it's because I'm truly in character and ancient Egyptians didn't say yeehaw? Do you think? Maybe. Transmitted Grandam, you think this is going to run over? I think it is too. Oh, yeehaw! Thank you, Denise. Oh, mid-sentence. No batteries, Basildon, no soggy carpet. We're in ancient Egypt or you know, similar. We have sand in our crack. We've almost choked. And we are inevitably going to meet our doom. But yeah. Right. Skip, did I send you a co-host invite? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Did I? I don't think so. But no is the short answer. Oh, fuck, human, what have you done? Don't do that, is the long answer. Right, canopic jars. Yes, canopic jars. Who invited jelly babies? Nick. Don't. Basildon, please, please don't encourage Nikki. Please, please. I know, Miss Susie. I don't think the baby hamster is missing. I think it did a fucking runner. Apologies, Skip, if I have accidentally done that. I'm very, very sorry. Hello, American Panhead. Who or what am I? Yes. So, for those of you who are actually following this because we're doing an escape room, I'm going to read the next bit, which is where we have a look at the canopic jars. And if you had that on your bingo, well done. You decide to take a closer look at the canopic jars. You examine them carefully, but they're very fragile. You marvel at the craftsmanship and wonder how much money they're worth, but despite how impressive they are, the urge to smash them is just too strong. You pick up each one in turn and hurl them against the wall. You search amongst the debris for anything useful. Most of it is just shards of broken pottery and mummified organs. But amongst it all, you find... Listen up, Apple user. You find a small blade. You're sure that's going to come in handy? See? See? We've actually found it this week. Apple user, haven't we? Haven't we? Yes. Super smashing and indeed great. Yes. Right. So we have a knife. Aren't we happy we have a knife? Chloe, it is indeed time to cut bear. Mr. Werewolf Dude, indeed. No, right. Nikki, there isn't a Book of the Dead. Angel Orange, yes, we will go and carve up bear. Oh, Rish, I see what you've done there. Small blade. Oh dear. You take the blade and slice through Bear's decaying wrappings. That's not a lot to rummage through, but... there's not a lot to rummage through. There's a little more dust within Mummy Bear's leathery skin, but you do find a very well-preserved box of matches. You try not to think too hard about what point they ended up in there, or how they survived a mummification process, or how ancient Egyptians had a modern box of matches. Instead, you simply put them in your pocket and keep your mouth shut, is what you do. So, what did Bear do to deserve it? Oh, this is the thing. I'm sure Bear was very, very mean. Yeah. Right. So, who's being brutal now? Oh, I see. Fine. Froggies, do I not know you? I know, Laura, I know. You want to... I know. It's worth saying all the same, I think. Somebody's saying they want to join the live. I'm afraid I can't read your username, but I'm afraid I'm not having any co-hosts or guests or anything like that today. Thank you. Swan vessels are not afraid of riddle swans. I'm having trouble with my words. Anyway, so we... Does anybody remember what it is we're doing? Do we? We've got some matches. It's up to Chloe and Mr. Werewolf Dude, I think. I'm going to let the human take another sip, you know. Devil may care. The archway, Chloe, I know. Oh, and Mr. Werewolf Dude, you're so good at this, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes, Transparent Grandad, we've got a hall to look down. We can look down there now. We've got thingies, matches. Yeah, oh, yeehaw! Human couldn't protect my modesty because she has a glass in her hand. Have a sip, Human, quick. My goodness, Human, this has added a real sense of jeopardy to proceedings, hasn't it? Trying to grab a drink and forever being ready to shout yeehaw. Ooh! Ruth, thank you for my bear. And thank you everybody for the gifts and the absolutely astronomical amount of likes. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we're going to have a look at the archway. Chloe, I suspect that next week you will still need... Wah! Yee-haw! Thank you, Basildon. Oh, it's starting to become more laboured, isn't it? Yeah, I'm starting to struggle to multitask. Dear, oh dear. I was going to say next week, Chloe, I think you will still very much be required. What, Rich? What? The bug that played with matches because he wanted to be a firefly. I have not heard of this. Instead, I'm going to read the next part of the story where we use the matches. Use the matches. Not those sorts of arches. That's not Jeopardy, that's Blockbusters. Farewell, Margot. It was very nice of you to join. See you next time as well. Farewell. Thank you. And hello, Splat. Hello. Oh, Transparent Grandad, to use matches is to lose them. Oh, that's deep, isn't it? See, sometimes you're deep, you people, and sometimes you're just completely fucking nonsensical. That was a deep moment, yeah. No, you can't eat the matches, Apple user. We are missing Paula, aren't we? Usually everything's been eaten by now. So, no, let's not reminisce about any sort of blockbusters. Let's read the next bit. You decide to use the matches to light a torch in the archway so that you can see into the dark chamber beyond. You light the torch and remove it from its holder so you can use it to light the rest of the torches in the dark chamber. Oh, that was a bit wordy. But as you do, you trip over some rubble hidden in the sand. At the exact same moment, a large snake appears. As you stumble to the floor, you drop the torch and it lands on the unlucky snake. For a split second, you stare at each other, both equally startled. But you quickly get to your feet and pick up the torch before kicking sand over the snake, hoping to extinguish the flames. Sadly, it's too late. The snake is already extinguished in a very different sense, but you're not too upset because the snake looked like a bit of a dick to you. Ignoring the unlucky snake, you investigate the rest of the now illuminated chamber. In one corner is a selection of small statues of various Egyptian gods, while in the centre of the room is a large and very grand sarcophagus. Statues or sarcophagus? Oh, Chloe, you won't believe it, but that I'm using that joke in one of my videos, either this week or next week. It wasn't today's, was it? It wasn't that one in today's video, Human? Oh, I forgot who I was fucking asking, didn't I? You haven't got a fucking clue, have you? No, we do the hard work. So, what was the choice? Sarcophagus or statues? It was today's, was it? What was it? So at least someone knows, right, Human? At least someone knows. God. Right. Everybody wants to nap in the sarcophagus. Okay. Apple user was today's, was it? Right. Well, it looks like everybody has said sarcophagus except Splat. Yeah. Oh, but everyone's voted for statues. Oh, well, I tell you what, let's look at the sarcophagus, because, you know, it's a bit of an anticlimax. Maybe. Oh, right. Okay, we'll look at the sarcophagus and then we'll do the statues. Right. Before I read the next one, I'll say hello, Liam. You decide to take a closer look at the grand sarcophagus. It's covered in hieroglyphics, but you don't know what they mean. Fortunately, oh dear. Fortunately, it looks like you're not the first one to be in the tomb, since whoever is... Okay, I'm going to try that again. Bear with me, okay? It's all going to be fine. I'm going to try it again. Fortunately, it looks like you're not the first one to be in the tomb, since whoever is in the sarcophagus took up home here. There's a piece of paper sat on the sarcophagus that looks as if someone has begun translating some of the hieroglyphs. You read out what they've translated. Whomever disturbs the great Pharaoh's rest can expect no peace. Doom shall be cast upon you, and the Pharaoh shall have revenge. You shrug, that's just an average Sunday. Unperturbed, you try to push the lid off the sarcophagus, but it doesn't budge. You look closer to see a small indentation just above the translated hieroglyphs. The shape looks like a cross with a loop at the top. It would seem you need a scarab-shaped key to open the sarcophagus. And then you wanted to look at the statues? I know, what's a little more doom? Right, what's a little more doom? Oh no, oh, Froggish, you sent that? Well, oh, there was a no yeehaw. I missed a yeehaw. Oh dear, human, my attention was split. Dear, oh dear. Right, so that's the sarcophagus. Looks like it requires a scarab. And I'm going to look at the statues now, and then you can decide what you want to do next. You decide to investigate the statues. Several are broken, and some aren't clear which god they're trying to depict. But you do recognise Anubis, Horus, and Hathor. Again, this is very wordy, isn't it? A bit educational. Oh, Froggies, have I ruined it forever now? Dear, oh dear. Again, you marvel at the craftsmanship, but you're not sure you can bring yourself to destroy them this time. You think it might not... Well, yeehaw! Oh, human, we've just set a very bad precedent, haven't we? Haven't we? Let's compromise, call it a scanch. Or a skank. Okay, I'm down with that. Anyway, you think it might not be so bad if you don't destroy all of them, but which do you pick? So frankly, at this point, people, we can do anything. So that's it. We've got some statues and we've got some... Same to you, Froggies. And we've got the sarcophagus. What do we want to do? Miss Susie Hammett does not like being licked. Oh, Miss Susie, I could never. Oh, hello, Kyle. Yes, we're still doing an escape room. We've got a sarcophagus to investigate and some shit to smash. Business as usual, really. Yeah. So I'm going to let the human take a sip and you can decide what bit we're going to do next. Yeah. Chloe, you want a snack? That's very, very presumptuous. Very presumptuous. Froggish, you think we just started? Angel Orange Smash It Up is your go-to thing. Mr. Well, do the statues match the images? No, they don't. You just want to smash them all? Okay, maybe we'll smash the statues after the human's taken a sip, and then we'll do the sarcophagus. How about that? Sip, human! Well, that was another gulp, wasn't it? If you're thirsty, human, maybe you should just take more sips rather than try and drown yourself less frequently. Oh, Tresman Grandam, you think you think something bad will happen if you lay in the sarcophagus, do you? No, surely not. No, no. Right, where are we? Laura, you don't sit because you're busy tapping. You're very dehydrated. Don't be dehydrated. Please. Please. Right, statues. Let's smash some statues, shall we? Let's do that. You pick up the statue of Anubis and hurl it at the wall. It splinters into dust. You might feel better, but you don't have anything to show for your destruction. You pick up the statue of Horus and throw it at the wall. It shatters into pieces and a small piece of papyrus. Oh, that was quite hard to say. Small piece of papyrus falls to the floor. You pick it up for a closer look. It has a horned viper hieroglyph painted on it. You pop it in your pocket for later. You pick up the statue of Hathor and hurl it at the wall. It breaks into tiny shards, and you see a small piece of papyrus. Again? Really? Flutter to the floor. You pick it up to discover it has a picture of a lion hieroglyph drawn on it. You put it in your pocket. Certain it will come in handy. So, there we go. Now we want to have a look in the sarcophagus. Oh, someone's just said slay means kill. I think we've found our first victim, guys. I say first. Who are we kidding, right? Oh no, we've read that bit, human. So, we're going to use our skank in the sarcophagus. If the human can just find the right page. Yeah. Yes, Chloe, I know we do both, right? Literally slay all day. No reason why you can't murder in fucking style, am I right? Right, so let's open this sarcophagus. Suddenly remembering the small trinket you nearly choked on in the giblet goblet, you take it out of your pocket and press it into the indentation on the lid of the sarcophagus. You hear the grinding of stone and stand back in surprise. You try to push the sarcophagus lid aside, and this time it works. You find yourself staring at a grand pharaoh from centuries past. They may be mummified, but you'd recognise them anywhere. Poor Pharaoh Carl, poor dead Pharaoh Carl, poor tasty dead Pharaoh Carl. Dead Carl has certainly got some swagger this week, but you've never been put off by any sort of dead Carl yet. A curse certainly won't stop you. So you quickly begin rummaging amongst his bandages for anything useful. You find a small piece of folded papyrus. You open it up to discover it has a water hieroglyph painted on it. You put the piece of papyrus in your pocket. You're sure it'll come in handy. Don't mind the human. She's just making a fuss. You try and get stuck into Dead Carl, but this week he isn't as versatile as usual. It's pretty much Dead Carl jerky all the way, but it's a bit too salty for your liking. So there we go. Dead Carl. Done. Sun-dried Carl jacket. What? Yee-haw! It was fine. It was fine. So I think, everybody, we have a code. Today's escape room was brought to you by the letter P and the sound gulp. Mr. Barrowfield, you've asked Dead Carl not to eat you. Well, that's very bold. Very bold. So, Mr. Werewolf. Oh, hello, Georgie. Hello, sup. Mr. Werewolf Dude, you'd like to close the sarcophagus before opening the door? Mr. Werewolf Dude, you're not worried about a curse, are you? Are you? I'm sure it'll be fine, won't it? So we found all of the things we need for the code. Let's see. Well, for those of us who are going to try and escape anyway, apparently not Laura. Now the tab's just turned itself off. Right, okay. Having found all 4 hieroglyphs needed to open the door, you carefully configure the combination and the door slides open. You stand in the doorway, both thinking about the curse and looking back at the trinkets on the altar that you previously disregarded. You wonder if you should take some treasure with you. After all, you don't believe in curses, and even if you did, you've already eaten the pharaoh. How much worse can it get? Or maybe you should leave the treasure because you've made this mistake before, at least once, and you feel cursed enough without adding an ancient Egyptian belief system to the burden of your conscience too. Choose. Take or leave. Do you take a trinket or leave a trinket? Take or leave. Georgie, that's the attitude. What's one more curse, right? So, everybody, take or leave. I know, Froggish, you've got to have standards, right? Cannibalism? Yes. Thievery? No. Kaluna, what's another curse? Yeah. So, Georgie, you'd leave a calling card. Now, that is in style, isn't it? I know, right, Laura? You're not the British Museum, huh? Oh, Chloe's going to take it. Chloe's going to pinch some goodies. By the way, everybody, if we want any new subscribers, if anybody wishes to subscribe just while we're voting, there will be a sub-only live tomorrow, usual time, for everybody to join. Wow, you thieving bastards. What? Yeehaw! Wow, you thieving bastards, yeehaw. Yeah, if you want to sub, there will be a sub-only live tomorrow. If you are a sub, you know this already. And if you do sub, I will sing to you. I will sing a special song. Yeah. Miss Susie, 4 p.m. UK time. Yes, tomorrow, usual. It's the usual. And it will be hosted by Kure with Zelo. Not my choice, as I'm sure you can imagine. Chloe claims it's to preserve and protect. Yeah, Laura, it's to preserve and protect it. Yeah. Not fame and fortune or anything like that, right? Right. So, it looks like you've overwhelmingly decided to take the treasure. Georgie, the term might be misinterpreted. I've already forgotten what I've said. But that's fine. Oh, it's 10 a.m, is it? Thank you, Transmonic Grandam. Ace, it belongs in a museum. Froggies won't be able to make it, so no yeehaws. Oh, God, make Zelo yeehaw? Oh, yeehaw! Yeehaw. Thank you, Miss Susie. US is 4 different times. Oh, you have to complicate everything, don't you? Emma, we're going to die here, you know. Anyway, what shall we do? What shall we do? We will take some trinkets and leave. Right, this is your ending. You decide to take some treasure with you and grab what you can, filling your massive pockets before calmly sauntering through the open door. As you look down the dimly lit corridor in front of you, you suddenly realise you still have to find a way out of the tomb. It's not like the exit is signposted. As you're wondering which way to go, you hear a noise. It's a low rumbling. You hold your tummy, but it's not that. Lucky for you, it's full of dead Pharaoh Carl jerky. You suppose the noise might be wind outside, but you really hope it's not the sound of the tomb's structural integrity coming to a sudden end. You decide to get on with it, just in case, and walk with haste down the corridor, following the twists and turns in the tomb's elaborate layout, while also trying not to get lost. You reach a dead end. Suddenly, you hear the noise again. It's closer this time. You hope it is the wind outside and that it means you're getting closer to leaving the tomb. But as you turn around to retrace your steps, you're confronted with the source of the noise. That would have been so good if I hadn't just fucked that up, wouldn't it? Poor Pharaoh Carl, poor dead Pharaoh Carl, poor tasty dead Pharaoh Carl. It would seem dead Pharaoh Carl took the curse rather seriously, and just as death didn't slow him down, a distinct lack of skeletal integrity hasn't stopped him either. You presume grim, bloody-mindedness is all that's keeping dead Pharaoh Carl going. They may be royalty, and you may respect them very much, but you're not going to let a half-eaten skeleton in a decaying loincloth get the better of you. You roughly push dead Carl aside as you dash past, but you feel his bony hand close around your arm and pull you back with unexpected and considerable strength. Dead Pharaoh Carl tosses you on the floor like a rag doll before pinning you down. You struggle against their grasp, hoping to escape, but it's in vain. As dead Pharaoh Carl leans their skull disturbingly close to yours, you can't help but notice how well preserved dead Pharaoh Carl's teeth are. As they rip your flesh from your bones, you wonder if dead Pharaoh Carl was a dentist in another life. It hurts that you've made a much nicer meal for dead Carl this week than he made for you. And you're dead. Dead Carl ate you. It's the circle of life. Hello, Teos, you're not totally late. No, just in time for one ending. There's a whole other ending, in fact. Oh, yeehaw! Thank you, Frogis. Yes, it was the source of the noise. So, it is fair play, isn't it, Cluna? It's fair play. Mr. Wellfleet, I'm sure you got a hug before grim death. Now, the alternate ending for everybody who decided to not be a filthy thief. Oh, that was hard to say, a filthy thief. Did I say it right? Filthy thief. Yes, I did. Right. So this is for everybody who decided not to take... Miss Susie, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. So, this is for everybody who decided to leave the treasure. You decide to leave the treasure. You'd like to think you're not going to make that mistake again, but given time, you suspect you will. This week, however, you're out of here. You dash down the sandy corridor. Let me start again. You dash down sandy corridor after sandy corridor in an attempt to flee, but the exit isn't as easy to find as you'd hoped. This tomb is a health and safety nightmare. There's no emergency exits or lighting. You pause in the corridor and look around. You think you can feel a draft coming from somewhere. You hope that means a way out and lick your finger holding it up as you walk down the corridor in an effort to locate the source of the air. Human, I think we're slurring. Shall we slow down? Or is it adding to the charm of the story? Oh, thank you, Chloe. Oh, my goodness. Right. You manage it. You find a tiny breeze blowing through a small gap between two large blocks in the wall. You remove the small blade from your pocket and wedge it in the gap, hoping to lever the blocks apart, remove one, and create a gap big enough for you to squeeze through. But it's hard work, and you begin to suspect they may be too heavy to move. With one big heave, you manage to pry a block away from its neighbours, enough for you to push it with your bare hands. Hands? Oh, I'm getting posher. You carefully move the block, but because it's so heavy, you can only move it a fraction at a time. You use all your strength until finally the block topples out the wall and you look through the gap at a beautiful blue sky as you breathe in the fresh air. You're about to clamber through the hole when you hear a noise, a loud rumble. Then you realize you can't just hear it, you can feel it. You scramble to climb through the hole as you realize too late that you've caused a cave-in. You're covered in dust and sand, obscuring your vision as you try to feel your way through the opening. But your attempts are in vain as the whole tomb collapses around you, not merely burying you alive, but crushing you under massive blocks that stood sound and steady for centuries until some idiot tried to pry a block loose. You wonder if this is the curse of the pharaoh, or of your own stupidity. And you're dead. So there you go. You got squished. You got eaten and squished. It had a crush on you. I like that, Mr. Werewolf Dude. I like that a lot. Very good. Trustman Crandall, that's your worst fear. Oh, well, that must be fun. Laura, they're big blocks. It's okay. It's okay. And we've all got to squeeze through, or not, as the case may be. Your reading eyes, I know. Bye-bye, Ruth. Ruth has to go. In fact, it's very nearly time for us to all sign off anyway, isn't it? So, human, have you got an itchy arm, have you? Don't mind me. I know. Fine. We're pros. We're professionals. Right. So, everyone, what do I have to do before we go? I have to remind you that... Oh, human, take a back seat. Chloe's got this. So, everybody... yeehaw! Yeehaw! There's a sub-only live tomorrow afternoon. Georgie has to go as well. Farewell. There's a sub-only live tomorrow afternoon. If you're not a sub, be a sub. And then you can join the sub-only live. And then I will sing to you also. So, I'm not reminding you that, Apple user. Angel Orange has to go as well. Farewell. So, yes, sub-only live tomorrow, usual time. Corey will be hosting. And new t-shirt designs, free postage till midnight in the UK. If you order something off my website, that's not the t-shirt, that's the actual website. If you order something over £15, not including postage, you get a free gift for Spooky Month. What else does that leave? I think that's it, wasn't it? Transmoney Grandam, it was very nice to see you too again as well. Be a sub. The world needs more subs. Not that sort of sub, Miss Susie. I feel you're being naughty. Yes. Josh, you'll save me from the human. I hope so. I hope so. So yeah. And you know the really irritating thing? Oh yes, the lives will be available to rewatch if you want to appreciate the madness. That'll be ready either via the website or on YouTube from tomorrow. So you'll be able to rewatch Dead Carl's Guess the Tune. And you know what, human, since we've written a song to sing to new subs, no one's subbed. We've been ready and no one's subbed. I know. Shocking. So maybe there will be stuff. Miss Susie, you should have waited. Well, to be fair, Miss Susie, the human didn't know we were going to do this at that point. So it's not as if... please don't feel like we could have mentioned it. We genuinely didn't know that we were going to do this offer, but we're doing it for Spooky Month. So, does it count that you water in it? I don't know, Miss Susie. I don't know. Maybe we'll have this discussion on the sub only live tomorrow with Corey. Maybe Corey will end up singing to some of you. I don't know. Oh, hello, Max. You had too much to drink last night. Humans had too much to drink now. 30k, Froggies. My word. My word. You've been very busy with your fingers. I approve. So, Nosy Neighbour, you work all day, so you can't catch a sub only live, that and you're not subbed, but yeah. It was not the best Big Sing ever, Apple user, don't bait me. Anyway, I think it is probably about time for me to sign off. Busy in a good way, Carl. We stopped them from doing the naughty stuff. Yes. And you can indeed join Patreon for extra videos. And, you know the special Halloween tarot we're doing? If you are a patron, you will get the Halloween tarot deck to download for yourselves on Friday the 13th, in fact. There we go. There's a spoiler for you, lovely patrons. You've got that to look forward to. On Friday the 13th, you'll get the new Halloween set to download. Yeah. Anyway, I tell you what, subs, because I have done this song, maybe tomorrow we'll get Kure to sing a version for all of you. I mean, it is essentially the same song, just with your own names in it, so you might be really fucking bored, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to sign off now, and I hope that you'll join me tomorrow. And I also hope, I mean, I thank you for those incredible amounts of likes and all of your lovely gifts. Thank you so much. Yes, Josh, Breton is a reindeer. He misunderstood. He misunderstood the assignment. Chloe, have Zelo do it. Oh, that's a whole other bag of... I was going to say bag of fish. What do I mean to say? Can of worms, or did I mean kettle of fish? That doesn't mean that, though. Right, there's the sign that I've got to go, isn't it? So go and play with your bag of worms. Thank you so much for joining me. Here comes the finger of doom. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for my likes. Thank you for my gifts. Thank you for the madness. Enjoy your bag of fish. Join me tomorrow for a sub-only live. And just have a fabulous week. Until next time, everybody, farewell!